if we've got codes, we need to make sure they're being enforced, right? It wouldn't need to necessarily be full-time, maybe, I don't know. That's something to look at.
I mean, it could start out as part-time,
See where it goes.
what the need is.
Okay.
I don't know if it's our insurance or if somebody said.
No, it'll be
Don't
to us.
cost you a dime.
I'm kind of curious.
I don't know if it's our insurance or if it's, somebody said it was Obamacare left over that preventive stuff that.
All right, you ready to get 'em?
Yep.
Welcome all. This is the 30th day of July 2024 at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. This is the meeting of the Board of Uintah County Commissioners. We'll start with the prayer by Matt Kazare, the pledge by Tonya Craven.
Or who's ever here.
Our Heavenly Father, we're grateful for this day, we're grateful to be gathered here at this commission meeting. We're grateful for the freedoms that we enjoy in our country and for this county that we have to live in. We're grateful for all the beauty that surrounds us. We ask that please bless our commissioners, our spirit, and we might be able to make decisions that are in the best interest of our county and do things that are in the best interest of our people. Grateful for all those that serve in capacity in emergency response or in our military. Please watch over them. Grateful for all we have, and we ask for these things in the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Please follow me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks, Matt. All right. First order is report of warrants. Mike? I know you were waiting, but no, we already knew about this.
All right, Commissioners, I have warrants from July 25th in the amount of $665,790.89. There's one big one in there. It is our semi-annual contribution to Vernal City for the airport of $300,000. And there are no claims today, Commissioners.
Thank you.
I see, Mike on that. Okay, help me remember. We But we received that 300,000 from that tax.
Right, that
Okay,
came
all
from
right.
the
The 1/4%
quarter% sales tax for roads, BTA, and that,
Transportation.
transportation.
Yeah.
And that's eligible to go to the airport for transportation.
Yeah.
And that's
I
where,
would-
so the agreement that's finally been done is 300,000, 600,000 a year, 300,000 beginning of the year and 300,000 now.
Okay, I was just trying to refresh my memory about that. Okay.
All right, tax matters.
Okay, I do have one tax matter day, Commissioner, and we'll do it next week because I don't know where I put it. So I don't have the numbers for that one. It's a property that Vernal City purchased, but I don't want serial number, and I really thought I had it right here. Did I leave it back there on the ground? All right, I'll find it, but it's not time sensitive anyway.
Okay.
Can't wait, it can wait till next week then.
Yeah, it's a piece of property they bought. There's been a prepayment made on it, and we just need to make the balance of the tax for this year.
Okay.
But I don't have, I had it, and I've laid it somewhere. I'll find it.
Okay.
You get the next one anyway.
I have the next one, if you're ready.
Does anybody else have tax matters?
Oh, she has another tax.
Another $18 one?
I'm requesting a refund for Jordan Murray, Tax District 2, in the amount of $10. He renewed a vehicle, and then he sold it prior to the registration expiring. And that's the county's portion. He's already received the state's portion.
Okay. That was Bridge, did you say Bridge or Murray?
Jordan Murray.
Jordan Murray.
Okay, do I have a motion?
I would make a motion that we approve the tax matter that's been brought by our assessor, Barbara.
Okay, call for a vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Wilkins, you again.
Okay, Commissioners, I have the agreement between Jeremy Manning. He is a hearing officer for the Board of Equalization. It was discussed in yesterday's meeting. It is $65 an hour, not to exceed 50 hours. Without a mutual agreement, we don't anticipate it becoming anywhere near that. But I do need permission to accept this agreement. And as the clerk of the board, I will be the signer if approved.
Eric Manning?
No, Jeremy Manning.
Jeremy Manning.
Out of
Alrighty.
Or Virginia.
Alrighty.
Someone's been doing it for a few years, they said. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make the motion that we go ahead and approving the hearing officer agreement as presented by Mike Wilkins for Jeremy Manning and authorizing him to be the authorized signer on this.
Okay, I have a motion. Call for a vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, sir. Authorizing Mr. Wilkins to sign.
Probably gonna limit it to 3 minutes, wasn't it, the next one?
Got the timer going. Mr. Stearmer, you're on, sir.
All right, perfect. Commissioners, as you know, over the last little while, we've had some settlement documents come through on either large entities or large settlement amounts, either way, on the opioid epidemic. We have one that has come through from our outside counsel that needs approval. I did send an email to see if I could get the actual dollar amount. I haven't received that yet, but it's with Kroger and their pharmacies, which I don't know how all of our pharmacies are related to Kroger, but I'm anticipating that this will actually be probably a smaller amount that would be coming to Uintah County. The settlement terms are similar to all the other ones that we've done. It's a complete release from Kroger in the national litigation that's going on. And so all the parties are being asked to sign this settlement agreement with them. We have to have it back to them by August 12th, so we would have one more commission meeting if you wanted to know the exact amount before we approve the settlement agreement. But where I'm anticipating it'll be rather small. I'd like to get board approval that we do enter into a settlement agreement with Kroger based off of the advice of our outside counsel. And then if anything changes, I wouldn't sign it until we actually see that amount. And if anything is of concern, I can bring it back at the next commission meeting. But anyway, so I just wanted to give you those two options.
Probably need an approval for you to authorize you to sign it. And
It is
accept,
coming, yeah, so I have it, Wendy also has it in her email, so we could authorize either myself or, or Wendy to sign. But all the terms of the settlement agreement, we just don't have, they usually send a breakdown spreadsheet that just shows per entity how much would be coming in, and I don't have that yet. But I do have everything else, and everything else seems to be in order. I just don't anticipate this one being a very large player in Uintah County.
Okay.
But it'd be under the same, even if we get 5 cents from them, it would be under the same expenditure restrictions that we have with all the other settlements. And we already have our program set up on how to expend these funds. It would just be added to that same pool of money.
Okay.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make that motion that we go ahead and authorize John Stearmer to approve and sign the settlement agreement on the opioid settlement with Kroger Pharmacies. That got us covered?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a motion. I'll call for a vote.
Aye.
Aye.
All right,
Okay, great. Thank you.
thank you.
I don't know if Kirk could speak to it. Kirk,
Kirk?
would you be able to speak to the Quest contract, or do you know anything about that? Okay. Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Let me, I do have that in my emails if Tonya is unavailable, but I just gotta pull it up, because she did send it to me. So just a second. I just didn't have it in my. Yeah, I don't have it in my list of my packet, so hold on just a second. Okay, so this will take me just a bit because I wasn't preparing to just give a couple sentences on this. So Quest Diagnostics with our health fair, they're the ones that have come in and provided different health screenings and laboratory testing for our health fair. Looks like I believe I'm going to go through her emails. Is anybody texting her to see if
I
she's
did
able to come
already.
down?
I did text her. I haven't received a response.
Okay, I'm just seeing what cost or if it. The biggest thing, we've used them in the past and we're doing this. What I don't recall is if it is covered under our insurance plan to do this, or if
Here she comes.
there we go.
Saved by the runner. You're on there, ma'am.
Thank you, Barbara.
Click, click, click down the hall. Well, good
How much
afternoon,
money do you want
commissioners.
the health fair? Let's cut to the
line.
chase.
Well, very simply, this is the Quest contract for our health fair for the biometric screenings. We just need a authority for me to, as the benefit administrator, to sign so that Quest can come and do the biometric screenings on October 6th, I believe, for our health fair. All costs will go billed back to Cigna. It's the same type of health biometric screens that we do each year for our health fair.
And you need to sign it?
Yes, please.
That's the part I couldn't remember, so thank you for
Yes.
confirming that. I couldn't remember how the cost was being handled.
Yes, it's Adobe signature, digital sign, and it is they will do additional testing if the employee wants to have some testing done, but it'll be prepaid for by the employee. Any other costs will be billed directly to Cigna.
Okay.
And I apologize for not being here.
You can thank Mike. He gave your Pledge of Allegiance today. He
Thank
did a
you.
very good job.
Thank
He
you, Mike. I
remembered all
looked
the
up, I was with
words.
the employees, and I went, oh no, I'm supposed to do the pledge.
Okay, do I have a motion?
I would make a motion that we approve the Quest Diagnostics contract for the health fair has been presented by Tonya Craven, the HR director.
And
Authorized signatures.
Okay.
I thought if we approve it, we authorize that. Is it just we have to authorize her to sign it
Her to
versus
sign
one
it.
of us?
If you're authorizing somebody else, yes. Otherwise, the
Okay.
chair would have the authority to sign
Okay.
based off of approval.
Please.
Okay,
Yes.
have a motion. Do I have the vote?
Yes.
Aye.
Aye. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. All right, it's time for
Tonya,
public
yeah,
comment.
Tonya, I found that. Do you need a physical copy or you just sign it online? Okay.
Okay, it's time for public comment. Do we have anyone who wants to make a public comment? That saves you from reading this thing, good.
I don't think you need to read it from me, but Mike, have we seen anything on the sand and gravel sales tax?
I have never heard anything about it.
Well, we pushed it through a year ago last January, and it's from the origin, let's see, origin, couldn't spit it out, of where the sand and gravel comes from. Senator Sandell pushed it for us.
You sure it's a sales tax, not a severance tax?
No, it's a sales tax, well, you know, a year and a half ago.
I would think if it
But
was a sales tax, the county would have to enact that.
Yeah, but it was
But a
done by
severance would be
legislation
state.
throughout the state. Mike, and I'm trying to remember, but what I'm saying is, me and John were kind of trying to figure the other day, and not where it's come, you know, we're trying to guess. But anyway, they told me out there a month ago that the guy from the Sales Tax Commission, which knew nothing about this deal, but he said, well, it comes in July. I just kind of had my fingers crossed about the amount of money.
We haven't received
And-
anything
And he
yet.
might not have knew, but it was from July to July, and it was from sand and gravel pits throughout the state of Utah. And they put of course, I'm sure the state's gonna take part of the sales tax, I'm not sure.
That's why I'm still betting that it's a severance tax, not a
Severance,
sales
okay, well,
tax.
it might be.
I mean,
but
I
it
don't
was
have a
supposed to
clue.
Come in July, I thought, but I'll find out more. But okay, if it wasn't.
Yeah, find
then I
out
was
if there's
just-
a revenue source, we need to know about it.
Yeah, it was, well, what I was trying to remember, and I was thinking, geez, it was gonna be about $500,000 as we had our fingers crossed, but don't quote that, but it's been a year, but I just wonder if you'd seen anything, but when
Haven't
I
seen
asked the
anything.
sales tax, he didn't know anything about it, so you might be right, it might be severance.
No, it is a sales tax, sand and gravel sales
Back
tax.
from Sandal.
Senate Bill 75.
Yep, and, say the amounts or anything gives you
From
more?
24 session, legislative
Yeah,
session?
we're supposed, well, let's see, what year? is it
23
supposed to be?
sessions or 24?
23, and it was supposed to be enacted.
In July,
In
from
July,
July 1
went
of
to
23
July.
to July 1 of
Yeah.
24?
Did we need to do anything on our side where it's a sales tax?
Not that I understood,
I'm
'cause
not
they put
aware
their
That's,
of
this
that,
is
so,
all new
yeah.
to me.
Yeah, it's, but I was just trying to remember, but I was thinking with that sand mine up there was gonna kinda hit a
Yeah,
pretty
they're
good lick.
pulling a lot out of it.
Yeah, you know, and
SB
stuff on it, and it
75?
was supposed to go to general fund, wasn't, we pushed.
That's even
But we
better.
might look into it, what I remember, it was gonna go to general fund for the general, and not to be road money. So I'm trying to remember, but I just got,
SB
thinking about
75, 2023. We'll
What's that?
look. 2023's SB 75 is what John's found.
yeah. Well, looking into it, it's kind of been, I had in my mind was get our first, that they pay for the full year. And we pushed because we didn't want them to take this gravel out of our county and go sell it to Duchesne County and vice versa. So it's from
The origin.
origin, you know, and all sand and gravel pits. And, okay, but salt, Jana, Mayor Wilson was gonna oppose it, and she didn't think that, but then we went and pointed out to her that she had a gravel pit in her county, one, she didn't know she had. And so it kind of, we got her supporting, but that don't help you on severance, so does it? They're allowed to get severance too out there?
No, severance, normally the state gets all the severance tax.
Well, it's coming, well, look into it.
That's when I looked into sales tax. I don't see that, but
Well, it's a brand new
follow
one,
up.
but anyway. See if there's, and I had my fingers crossed thinking we're gonna get a little bit of money, but they'll probably want us to send them money.
Probably.
If there's not anything else, I was not involved, but I know we had the John Wesley Powell
Festival.
Festival, yes, thank you, this last weekend, along with that treasure hunt that was successful. I think by Saturday evening, the treasure was found. And so
Live after 5, Thursday night.
Thursday night, they're live after 5, so we've got a lot of events and things going on, and the Passport to Summer is still going. I think they do their party next week, no, the 13th, around the 13th of August. So that'll be ending the Passport Summer, and the day trips, I think, have ended now. But there's been a lot of activities and things to do in the community, and hopefully you go to thisisvernal.com. It's the calendar of all the events, if you want to know anything that's going on. And we encourage anyone that has public events to put it on the thisisvernal.com calendar.
Okay.
Are we in need of a closed session?
We are in need of a closed
Yes.
session.
Yes,
Call for a motion.
it'd be for litigation.
Okay. So I'd make a motion that we go into closed session for the purpose of discussing pending or imminent litigation in the small conference room?
It's gonna be pretty quick if we wanted to just stay here.
Okay.
I mean, we can go to the other one, but this won't
Okay.
take very long.
Okay, and then we will remain in this room to have the closed session, and then after finishing the closed session, returning into open session and adjourn.
Okay. Not ready for me to say adjourned yet, are you?
No, not yet, no. Okay, thank you. And of interest,
Don't we
the
have to have a vote?
call for a vote.
Yeah.
Aye.
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 We have one now.